What up? What up, guys? I'm trying to get everything here ready. He's just that guy, man. They should have the game cast up here in just a moment. Oh my god, that hurts my eyes. But welcome in, guys. We've got Ravens versus Bengals today here. Thursday night football on a short week, only 3 days rest coming in. Of course, inactive injury report was released about an hour ago, if I'm not mistaken. No T. Higgins, no Orlando Brown, no Isaiah Likely. Tre'Davious White, of course, the recent trade acquisition, also inactive. So Ravens, of course, are dealing with defensive line injuries. Bengals are dealing with offensive line injuries. It's going to be a really interesting game today. Ravens' #1 offense coming against Bengals, who I think are one of the fourth scoring offense. They're pretty high ranked up there, second in the passing according to PFF. And we've got the kickoff here. Man, at this rate, I really don't know how long I'm going to end up lasting. For those that don't know, I'm dealing with some neck pain and not feeling the best. I canceled my fantasy football show earlier, and I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm trying to drink to feel better at this point to hope my neck pain subsides a little bit. And this is already my second large, 64-ounce cup. Bengals getting started here tonight, though. 1st and 10 here. Of course, started at the 30-yard line. Even formation. Of course, Bengals did make a trade for Khalil Herbert, and right off the rip going to Chase Brown. And good to see that he's engaged in the passing game a little bit. That has been one of the early knocks on him. He has been utilized as the early rushing back in the Bengals. I predicted, and it's come to fruition, that he would take Zach Moss's job before the end of the season. If you don't know, you don't know. You haven't been faithful here on the channel, but we're watching this here on Amazon Prime, so we should be up to date. Let me get that game cast fixed here in a minute. 2nd and 3 here. Little play action. Burrow, solid pocket, finds a man over the middle. That's going to be Jamar. And let me get that game cast fixed for y'all. Now that the game officially started. It should be perfect. There we go. And again, welcome in, guys. We canceled our show because the number 10 is bad luck and not to be bad up with it. I feel you, my guy. If you don't know, too, last year, this is where Joe Burrow suffered his injury. He talked about it a little before this game. The NFL loves to reschedule games where players got hurt. They did it to Aaron Rodgers. They did it to Joe Burrow. This is one of those ones. 1st and 10, handoff going up the middle and nowhere to run on the interior of that line. And, of course, Ravens #1 against the run. According to PFF, 1st in tackling as well, 9th overall defense. Rocking those new jerseys tonight. I swear we had something similar like last year or something, but I guess it's a new helmet. Is that what it is? I honestly didn't even get a chance to read the article. I've just been feeling so poor, to be honest with you. 2nd and 9 here. Halfback motions out of the backfield. Empty set here. Burrow looking right and slant throw broken up by Marlon Humphrey on the play. 81, I believe is that Jermaine Burton. And that's their 2nd round pick. And yeah, I mean, when you run the slant and you have to stop your momentum to catch the throw, it just gives the cornerback a chance to catch back up on it. Great play by Marlon, though. I love those yellow sleeves, honestly. It looks super clean with it. I like it better than, you can see Arthur Mollette's wearing the purple sleeves. 3rd and 9. Big 3rd down here. Ravens showing pressure. They only bring 4, so they back out. Some stunts here. Burrow climbing the pocket and got a man over the middle. That's Jamar Chase. Tackled at the 30-yard line of, I believe, the Ravens. So across midfield and a huge 1st down. A lot of chaos going on there, but no pressure up the middle for the Ravens And let's watch here. Of course, Ravens dealing with some injuries. And yeah, that's a bad stunt by Kyle Van Noy. I got to make a game note. KVN messed up the 3rd and 9 at 12:20. And run going outside, not much, maybe a yard. 12 minutes left here in the first half of, or quarter, I should say, of Thursday Night Football. Presented by Amazon Prime, by the way. Not sponsored, but shout out to them. Honestly, one of the best. I got one of the test 30-day memberships, and I still have it. And honestly, they by far have given me the best presentation of a game so far. The stats, the angles, I can pull up individual players on every team, and it'll give me their career stats on the live broadcast that I'm watching. It is by far the most superior presentation of the NFL product that I've ever seen, in my opinion. Up tempo here for the Bengals. 3rd and 4 here. Ojabo in there for the Ravens. That's good to see. Burrow making an adjustment here. Audible on the play. 15 seconds on the play clock. Still got plenty of time. Looks like he just made another adjustment. Empty backfield here. Ravens show pressure. Back out. Only 4 coming. Burrow got a man wide open in the zone, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line. And that's Yoshivas, the former Princeton wide receiver. And that name might sound familiar. I've mispronounced it a lot, Iosivas, but Yoshivas is how it's correctly pronounced. One of my draft special guys from 2 years ago ended up going to the Cincinnati Bengals. Absolutely loved him and making a play against my Ravens. What up, Truckman Pusha, David McNiner, Sentinel? How y'all doing tonight? 1st and goal. Trips right. Gesicki, the man in motion, for left. Hamilton moving with him for the defense. They're going left side to Gesicki and Hamilton. Oh, is it? I think they're going to rule catch. Hamilton saying no catch. Ref's going to rule it a catch. Clock keeps rolling. So 2nd and goal. Bengals only need, 3 yards, I think, to get in? 2 yards. 9:55 and ticking. Gesicki checking out of the game. Harbaugh, don't do it. Harbaugh, don't you throw that challenge flag. Don't you dare. No, he threw it. It doesn't even matter. I don't even care if he wins it. It's so insignificant. Harbaugh. Bad challenge. I don't even care if you win it. That's a bad challenge. I don't know. Either way, I don't like the challenge. It's a waste. You gain what? 2 yards? A yard? 3 max? Oh my gosh. And what up, guys? I hope y'all having a wonderful evening tonight. I'm off today, so I can watch the live. I appreciate you, Pusher, my guy. I need that. I was supposed to do a fantasy football show earlier today, but I don't know what I did to my neck last night. But I really wish in Colorado, I was getting my neck looked at, and then we had to move here. And just sometimes when my neck messes up, dude, I I don't know, I just get so to the point where I'm about to lose consciousness, and then usually I'll get violently sick if it gets really bad, and then after that I feel that's my body giving me a warning shot. And usually after that I cancel everything and I spend an hour with warm compress and shower and massage guns and lock my neck in a straight position essentially when I lay down, so that I can absolutely have zero movement in my neck, and take some painkillers and pray that I wake up feeling better. And oh, probably just a disc in my neck, probably, just uh messed up. That's probably what it is. It's just, man, I got this like deep down fear as well. I used to work with a guy that was older with me, and he had the same issue. He owned a gym up in North Carolina, and yeah, it was more than that. But luckily for him, they actually caught it. He had pneumonia, and they were doing a chest X-ray. This is like God saving this man. He's a very faithful man. He was getting a chest X-ray for his pneumonia. Dang, and he lost the challenge. I called it. And man. And that's what they're saying. What do you have to gain from this, Harbaugh? What do you have to gain? Like, hey, what up, Captain? Deep drop by Burrow, got into the back of the end zone and overthrows this man. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. Jamar wanted a flag. Good no call. 3rd and goal. Bad challenge by Harbaugh, losing a timeout. Had nothing to gain there. Like I said, at best you gain 2 yards. Like, there's nothing to gain. Honestly, that's better for the offense to have that yard back, to be honest with you. It gives them more room to operate. 100%. Like, I forgot I had to turn my light on. 3rd and goal here. And do we have a timeout? We've got a flag? And did Harbaugh call a timeout because... Oh my God. 12 men on the field. Timeout. We've got... Dude. We're down 2... for those that weren't there for David McNiner and the Corey Davis lockdown pick'ems, we talked about the Ravens game for a slight second, and if you were there for my comments, you cannot tell me what has just unfolded in front of your eyes does not slightly resemble what I was talking about last night. Deep breaths. It's a long, as Ray Lewis said, put a smile on. It's the 60-minute ball game. Joe Burrow looking right. Small little pump fake rolling out. And he's going to throw this through the back of the end zone. And Baltimore makes a stand. Bailed out here by the defense. 9:34 as the field goal team's coming out here for the Bengals. And, man, I'm just seeing bad defense, man. 12 men on the field. Bad challenge by Harbaugh. Kyle Van Noy absolutely lost his responsibility on the stunt earlier. He was supposed to be the inside pressure. He bailed like to an outside. There was no pressure on Burrow. Burrow climbed the pocket like you teach every quarterback to do since high school and made a throw for a 3rd down. This is crazy, bro. 9:34, 4th and goal. They're going for it. Burrow getting chased and gets the ball off. Oh, it goes through the hands of Chase Brown, but there's a flag in the back of the end zone towards Brandon Stevens. This could be against the Ravens. It's in the area of Brandon Stevens, and we've seen, and Brandon Stevens looks disappointed. This is going to be defensive holding on Jamar Chase. And the Ravens fans are not happy. Holding defense number 21. This is a 1st down, and let's watch here on Jamar Chase. And Burrow never left the pocket, so the rules apply throughout this. And yeah, Jamar had to fully extend to get Brandon Stevens off. I can see what they're talking about there. That's not a bad call, Raven Flock. I know you might hate to hear that. Handoff up the middle. Jamar Chase, and he's in. And that's good for my fantasy football teams, but bad for the Ravens. Good to see Jamar Chase getting the goal line carries. And Bengals are first to score on the board. And this is one of those ones, again, for those that don't know, this is so bittersweet for me to watch that happen. Chase Brown was one of the running backs I featured on my draft special 2 years ago. The Bengals took him in the 5th round. Keaton Mitchell's one of those guys for the Raven flock that are here. Of course, Ravens took him as an undrafted rookie free agent. Of course, if I was a GM in the league, there's no way he would have got out of the 7th round, just like the Ravens traded back up in there for Andrew Voorhees. Not last year, I'm sorry, 2 years ago. So that's bittersweet for me. It's one of the guys I loved. That was my lightning go home run hitter. In my draft special last year for my running backs, I tried to focus on 2 types of backs. Basically, think about this, thunder and lightning. I want a 1-2 combo in my backfield. So my speed guys were Chase Brown, Keaton Mitchell, Devon Achane. My more power guys, Tank Bigsby, Tyjae Spears, Evan Hull. Simple as that. If I was a GM on a team, I would have taken any one of those 2 guys between 3rd and 7th and comboed them together. And you cannot look me in the eye right now if you actually watch NFL or play fantasy football and tell me any combo of those 2 guys on a team together creates one of the most dynamic backfields in the NFL. I'm just saying, man. Mic drop. And let's not even get started on my draft special from this year. Sorry. Kenny, Carolina, Giants, Browns, Raiders. Kenny says not much. Just been really upset. Oh, Kenny, I know, Mick, my guy. I immediately got messages from some of my friends that were like, we're honestly like scared of what's about to happen. And I'm like, I know, but deep breaths, wait and see. Like, I know it's, but Kenny, you know what we should do, Kenny? We need to start a separate channel together, Kenny. And it's only focused towards those type of talks, if you know what I'm saying. I'll have to call you tomorrow, Kenny, if I'm feeling better. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this: the last time this guy was in the office, the Taliban was at Camp David. And for those that don't know what Camp David is, go Google it. Inform yourself. Make an educated decision for yourself. And then ask me about the withdrawal of Iraq. And all right, this is a football channel. It's just, I don't know. Me and my girlfriend talked about this. It's not about politics. It's about moralities. And that's where it becomes an issue. Oh. And Bengals, of course, on the board early. 9:23 here on the clock. Ravens just going to nail this in the end zone. So going to get this at the 30. Here comes Lamar's first rep drive of the night. MVP, trying to get MVP number 3. Definitely looking like he deserves it this season. That's all I can say about it. Captain said, all my Canadian friends texted me Wednesday morning and asked what the fuck is wrong with that. What's funny, Kenny, the guy that does the table comedy, if you know what I'm talking about, he does the table. A former Army guy himself. He's coming to Naples here next month, and I'm thinking about buying tickets to Off the Hook Comedy Club to go see him. Lamar going deep off the rip, and oh, that was a close one. Bateman and Taylor Britt right there, tit for a tat. Could have been a great catch, could have been a great interception here. Let's watch here. Duo stack formation. Bateman going to motion from one side to the other. He's just going to run this wheel go route, and he's got his man beat. Pretty good throw, actually, by Lamar. I think Bateman's... Oh, Britt just gets a... If that ball was literally 3 inches deeper, Britt's hand would have missed it, and I think Bateman might have made that catch. But that was great D by both of them. Great throw. Henry running right on the second down here, and solid run. That's going to be, looks like a gain of 7 maybe. 6-7, 9:05 left here in the first quarter. Kenny. Kenny, and that's what I'm saying. There's actually, Kenny, I'll have to talk to you tomorrow. There's actually a channel that started like a few years ago that I was a really fan of, and then they just went super downhill. But they actually went from nothing to like super big. Zay area, let's go Ravens. 3rd and 4. Handoff going up the middle. That's Hill, and Hill nowhere. Number 92, DJ Hill, or BJ Hill, I'm sorry. Makes a huge play in the backfield. And it looks like it might have been a face mask. I mean, it was kind of like up here at the top. Oh, betting is not open. Thank you for telling me that. I did set it up. So officially, betting is open now via Streamlabs. You can bet on who you think is going to win the game using your loyalty points in the chat. If you don't know how many points you have, you can do the command I just did right there, exclamation points, and it'll tell you how many. And good punt here from Jordan Stout down at what it looks like 9-10 yard line. Once you know how many points you have, you can, of course, bet on the team that you think is going to win using a command similar to what I just did in chat. Exclamation point bet, 1 space, the team Bengals or Ravens, 1 space, and a point value between 10 and 100,000 that you would like to bet on the game. Points will get awarded at the end of the game. Welcome in, Daniel Barry. How you doing, my boy? 1st and 10. Burrow's second drive here of the day. Ball on the 10-yard line. Ravens bring 4. Little play action. And Burrow hit as he throws. Well, that was Oweh making a great play there. And, of course, Ravens, no Michael Pierce, no Brent Urban. Broderick Washington's been dealing with injuries. Travis Jones has been dealing with injuries. Nnamdi Madubuike's been in there, but he just hasn't been having the same success. I wonder if maybe Kyle Van Noy's not hitting I've seen Kyle Van Noy honestly mess up 2 plays in a row. And mess up plays 2 games in a row. Good pressure by Van Noy actually on that play. Burrow, and great coverage by Darius Washington. Burrow tries to sneak a pass by him, and Darius Washington gets a pass deflection. 3rd and 10. Ravens in a critical 3rd down. I'd love to see the Ravens bring some pressure here. Let's see if they do. My boy, ES, what up? Love these new alt unis. They do look pretty clean. I actually like when they wear the yellow. I think Marlowe's got the yellow arm sleeves. I think the yellow arm sleeves actually look super clean with the jersey. Like, it brings that color pop that they need, I feel like. And Bengals going to have to use a timeout. But seeing that the Ravens are already down 2, they're fine. Kenny says, let's go D. Captain says, yeah, them purple helmets are legit. See, I swear we had purple jerseys like this like a year or 2 ago, but I think, the helmet's new? I don't even know. I didn't even read the article. I've been so just out of this week. And then, like I said, I messed up my neck last night. I feel like I'm going to die, guys. For those that don't know, I called Joe Rogan a pussy on Twitter the other day. Life's getting wild. I was like, bro, you had someone who was confirmed at Epstein's Island multiple times for a 3-hour impromptu interview, and you didn't ask him one Epstein question? I was like, you love to talk about Epstein until you got the chance to actually learn something. My brain, I didn't have the room to continue. That's some real beta boy bitch bullshit. Hashtag beta boy bitch bullshit. Hashtag Joe Rogan. We've got pass interference on Nate Wiggins lined up against Jamar Chase. I mean, I guess that's correct call. But good to see Nate Wiggins back, though. I'm glad to see Marlowe. Glad to see Nate Wiggins. Kenny says the effing up the script of what? Yeah, dude. Oh, Kenny, I want to talk to you so bad about movie writing and the writers in Hollywood right now. Kenny, we're gonna make a fortune one day. I promise you. Shotgun set. I think that's Eric all in motion. Toss going his way. Chase Brown and tackled at the 30, and the fans are very upset at the refs right now. And listen to these announcers. They're like, Chase Brown, he's been so impressive this year. I know. I tried to tell the entire league 2 years ago. Someone, please hire me to a scouting department. Oh, 2nd and 3. Joe Burrow climbing the pocket, finds a man in the wide open underneath, and that's Chase Brown finally making an impact in the passing game. And that's the thing. I didn't understand when I was reading the reports that Chase Brown wasn't involved in third downs and the passing game. I was like, why? His skill set is perfect for it. I never saw any issues with it. Why? I mean, I could understand potentially some pass prot issues. Maybe, but which of course will get you benched in the NFL on third down. So, oh my God, dude, I feel like I just little run going left. Chase Brown again, and good tackle that time by Roquan. And we've got a flag on the play. Captain says, I also like the Bengals all-white unis. Make them look like a white Power Ranger. Everyone knows the green power. He was the green Power Ranger first. Then he became the white Power Ranger. Everybody knows. Playing the flute. Go, go, Power Rangers. Down, 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 down. Go, go. Sorry. My childhood's like 90s baby flashing back at me. Levi, why does the road to 1K have 600 tweets? Dude, that's what it upsets me. Streamlabs has been so bad at updating and doing stuff like that. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm at 666 subscribers right now. If you love God and love Jesus, you could be the 667th subscriber and get me off that 666 number. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I saw the stocks went up because the Federal Reserve for the second straight time cut interest rate by 0.25 I think today, which of course is going to help everything. The real question is, are we going to see trickle down economics? The plan is to give tax breaks to large corporations, Elon Musk. We'll see. I have a feeling in 2 years we're going to see this headline. Corporations report record-breaking profits because they're going to continue price gouging, which is what they're doing now. But then they're going to take that 10 to 20% tax break and pocket the shit out of it. So then the CEOs can get the largest bonuses they've ever seen, within 20 years. And all right. Enough about that, guys. 3rd and 2, 4:40 on the clock. Jamar Chase rolling left. It's just hard, man. It's just hard because, I want to help people so bad, and no one cares. Joe Burrow going left sideline. Looks like a little comeback route, and good catch by Jamar Chase. I used to love that route when I played. It's a 13-yard comeback to a 10. So you run the yards, 13 yards. You really sell the go route on this, and then you cut in back towards the sideline, and you're aiming 3 yards back, so it's a 10-yard gain. Looks like he ran that a little bit shorter, but same concept. You aim for a certain point on the sideline that you work your way back. If you run the route right and the cornerback has outside leverage, it's completely undefendable, to be honest with you, as long as your quarterback puts the ball where he's supposed to put it. 1st and 10. Marlon blitzes on the right side, but the play goes left with a run, and Jamar Chase with a solid gain. And I hate to say it, this is kind of what I predicted. For those that don't know, The Ravens in the preseason, without their starting personnel, could not stop the run going over the left guard. And I said, this is the preseason. It's whatever. But I still would like to see the adjustment by the defensive coordinator to make something happen. You have to take, if your personnel can't stop it, you have to take it away by scheming. And Chase Brown is killing us on the ground right now. 5 carries for 15 yards. I'm sorry, 6 carries for 22 yards now. That's a solid average. Joe Burrow, right sideline, and got a man, but he tripped, and that's Yoshavas, and sadly couldn't haul that ball in for the Bengals. Like David McNiner said, I thought this was a football channel. Well, it is. It is. This is a football channel that's also a honeypot channel to get you to care about building biofuel cells and fixing cancer and creating carbon traps to go carbon negative for a few years, or at least carbon offset. It's a honeypot channel. I can't lie to you. I'm sorry, guys. Burrow, ooh, pass to Gesicki. Gesicki gets up asking for a flag, but doesn't get one. 3:01 here in the first quarter. 4th and 3. Punt team, I think, coming out here. And Kyle Van Noy, it's like he could hear me, man. And he's matched up against Amarius Mims. Joe really didn't need to climb the pocket there, to be honest with you. He needed to have trust in Mims to catch Van Noy there. I think Joe's getting a little too scared too easily. Jason says, I like them picking up Khalil. Yeah, honestly, Khalil was a good pickup for them. They did need some depth there behind Chase Brown and someone that's really good at third downs, and Herbert is that guy. So, good point. Burrow going deep down the right sideline, and he had a man. Overthrew him then. That's Nate Burton. Looked like he was probably throwing that hoping to get a flag. But Burton looked like he had that half step on the corner on the outside. A little bit of safety over the top, so Burrow would have had to deliver an absolute beautiful dime on the opposite side of the field, floated under the safety but over the corner. But I think he could have, to be honest with you. Oh. Kenny, yep, Kenny, man, like I said, we'll have to talk tomorrow, man. If I'm feeling better, I might have to give you a call about it all. Like, no one cares about the channel sometimes. Yep. I understand, my guy. I understand. And see, I feel like I'm a good, if we were to do that type, and we're on commercials, so if we were to do that type of channel where I think I bring a good perspective is I think I feel like this. We are less divided than a lot of people think, and I know that might be hard to hear after the election results, but my philosophy teacher, my ethics teacher I've told you about, the man I so deeply respected, gave the argument as this, and I know I've said this, and I think I even have a whole video on this. If God came down today, and there was like a homeless veteran in front of us, and he said, push this button, I'll fix it. I'll give him, fix his life. Everything will be good, happy, yada, yada, yada. I have faith that like 99% of humanity on both sides, no matter what side you believe, what you think, would press that button. And you can substitute now the theological essence for, again, like the government, nonprofits, churches, the vast resources that are available across all of humanity and, of course, our great nation of the United States. And with that being said, why doesn't that man truly get the help that he needs? We have the means, we all want it, and it's just we get lost in the how. But if you can keep your patience and continue to boil down and find a middle ground, you can make progress. But is it frustrating? Oh, sure as shit. Is it your duty to educate any person on anything? No. But keep an open mind. I know it's hard. All right. We're back to football. 2:56. Bengals look like they're bringing a blitz, and I think we might have a false start on Rosengarten or Falele. That's Falele, so that's going to back up the offense. 1st and 15, 2:56 left here in the first quarter. I mean, Kenny, I think Bengals fans would say this is a good game for them so far. I am so just like, I feel like I'm going to die. Oh, we've got next gen stats on this too. That's amazing. My only knock on Amazon Prime's presentation of this, the buffering and video quality is so up and down. It is so unable to maintain a consistent high quality image, in my opinion, which is a little frustrating and hard on the eyes. Wow, they even have yards of separation right now, leaders. Yards after contact, time to throw. This is amazing Amazon video, by the way. 2nd and 11, little play action here. Lamar, floater over the middle to Mark Andrews, I think. And what a catch. That looks like that old connection that Lamar had with Mark. Beautiful floating throw by Lamar right there. Like, my God, so comfortable in the pocket. And of course, the big story for the Ravens and the evolution of this offense has been Lamar taking command and control. And setting up a screen to Zay, and bad ball by Lamar, I think. Or maybe Zay might have been a little off the mark where he's supposed to be on that route. Either way, the result is the ball ends up on the ground. Bengals like, this is a great game. I don't know what you're talking about. We're leading. Of course, Mark Andrews, 25 catches, 306 yards, average of 12.2 on the season so far. But Ravens are across midfield, 2nd and 10 with 140, looking to tie this game up. Strong right formation. Lamar looks there, scans back left, rolling out to the right. Got a good bit of time. He's going to run with it, gets a first down and a couple yards. And that's a gain of what looks like 13 yards as Ravens have a fresh set of downs. And, we've got, I think, our first Keaton Mitchell signing in there. Keaton Mitchell, of course, the former Eastern Carolina running back, undrafted. Prior to his injury last year, was leading the NFL in tons of categories and stats. And good to see him back this is his first game back from IR. With Derrick Henry and Justice Hill, we don't really know how much Keaton Mitchell will be used, but he's definitely an electric player. Steve-O says he's great. I doubt it. I mean, it could be my footwear, but I've just had neck and problems for a long time, and we've got too many men on the field. Defense. And that's going to help the Ravens here. Pratt, the linebacker, trying to get off the field, and that's the correct call. He didn't get off in time. I've just had a lot of jobs where I had to look down all the time, which really didn't help my neck. And then I did suffer one injury when I played semi-pro, and it was the injury that made me miss time at work. And my boss looked at me. She said, "Hey, you're trying to get promoted, but you're also like playing semi-pro football. What do you really want to do in life?" Which was, I'll be honest, was great advice from my boss at the time. And that was why that's when I made the decision to stop playing football. And I did get my promotion. And then shortly after that, I ended up with a heat stroke. I've been eating better, but my, diet-wise still could be better. I also, man, like I said, what scares me, I'll talk about it on commercial, actually. Let's get back to football, and I'll talk about it on commercial. We're at the end of the first quarter anyway, I think, after maybe one more play. Yep, and that's the end of the first quarter. I worked with a guy at a steakhouse that was slightly older than me, had very similar symptoms to what I'm going through. And like I said, saved by like God, man. He had pneumonia, got an x-ray of his chest, and the x-ray caught enough of the base of his neck somehow that, because it was, I guess, an upper respiratory infection, that they saw that he had like something growing on the base, like a growth on the base of his neck, and that was actually what was causing all of his issues. More than likely, though, it's just like probably like a slip disc or something, from like I said, constant work of looking down, muscle deterioration. That's the thing about medicine, then, like in your body, anatomy, and physiology. There's like a million things it could be. There was a point in Colorado, like where my calcium levels were like triple the max values, I think, or something like that. And, they were a little scared that, like, I might have something somewhere, but which might have been tied to like the crazy weight loss I had out there. But I feel like I'm doing healthier in life. I've started putting weight back on. I'm running better. I'm lifting heavier. I feel like I can barely keep my eyes open right now, to be honest with you. But oh, yeah, what happened to me actually when I was playing semi-pro, there was a guy I was not a fan of, had a criminal record, never really liked him even in high school. He was out there too. He was a backup safety. So I was going for a pass over the middle. My QB knew I could go up and get things. So he floated the ball up over the middle. I went up for it because it's practice. And when I looked down at, and so I got to lead. Previously in practice, we had some the other day we'd had special teams practice. And dude, man, was like little tiny dude, definitely having like some little man syndrome. I was blocking him, and he was just not happy with it. And so he just starts like smacking me in the face, ear holes me, like, and I kind of just started pushing him back, kind of pancaked him a little bit. And so I went up for this pass over the middle, and I looked down, and this short little motherfucker was sitting underneath me. He jumps off his feet, launches crown of his helmet straight into my my chin strap, knocked my head back, and of course I popped up right away, adrenaline running fine. But it was like the next day I was dude, I had so many fucking muscles torn in my neck, and I missed like a day of work before I got some painkillers, basically, and so it could be related to that too. But my neck issues didn't develop till I started working a ton of office work, basically, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah, my sleep schedule's garbage right now. There's a hole. All right, red zone snaps here. Toss play going right. Henry, and he's going nowhere on the play. Might even lost a yard. 3rd and short here for the Ravens. No one there to help Henry up. I think he's looking around going, I think Linderbaum ran over and said, my bad, man. But no one there to help Henry up. Come on, O-line. That's just not the right mindset. You got to be there to help your guy up. It sets a different type of tone. I know you're tired. I know you're trying to get back to the huddle. But, like, you don't know Henry's being subbed out till just then. Like, oh, let me switch the quarter. My apologies. Little play action. Lamar setting up a screen. And Hill got the first down. Let's go. Screen, dead middle screen. You don't see that a lot. Like literally a screen dead middle. Watch this. Play action. And they set this like right behind the right guard almost. I'm going to be honest. Ravens got to be careful with that one. They might have got away with an illegal man downfield on that one, to be 100% honest. And Lamar, little quarterback. They faked quarterback power right. The Bengals, nobody winning coverage. And two men wide open in the back of the end zone, one of them Nelson Aguilar. And the Ravens tie this game up, barring the PAT. That was easy. Nobody went with the coverage. Nobody. Aguilar lined up close on the formation right. And just, again, nobody. Mark Andrews wide open back there as well. It's because Lamar Jackson runs a fake quarterback power. He tucks the ball away down like a runner. Everyone's pulling, like three people pulling right. And then just Aguilar wide open. And Tucker, easy. 7-all with 13:04 left in the second quarter. I am trying to eat better. Like I said, I've been in like a calorie deficit for like, I don't know how long. Like basically like starving. And finally I'm trying to like at least get more calories and all of that. But the calories is hard without getting a ton of like super processed crap. I've got brown rice. I need to be meal prepping more and doing like chicken and brown rice or like pork. Yeah, one of the things I'm working on in the gym too is I'm really trying to actually work on all the muscles around my neck lately and like try to give those little strengthenings like just in case it is like so I can help rule out that it's not a skeletal muscular issue essentially. And then, continue to I'm going to be honest, one of the main reasons I went back to school for medical is because I had so many bad problems with doctors growing up where, like, let me give you all a story out since we're on a commercial break. Oh, that Sonic food looks so good, by the way. When I was younger, again, working in the airlines, I was sick, not feeling well. Might have had some type of like just bacterial infection. But went to the ER with a doctor like his first night working. Apparently, I didn't know that till way later. Apparently, I had elevated AST levels, which is a enzyme from the liver. Dude man gave me a antibiotic called Levaquin that has a black box warning for patients with liver problems. So based upon the urinalysis with elevated liver enzymes, he should have never given the medicine. He gave it to me intravenously to the point that it was like a 1 or 2 hour drip because if it drips any faster, it's toxic to the veins. They then scheduled me to see a specialist because it was a Friday on a Monday, and he sent me home. When I woke up from all the medicine they pumped me with at home, I nonstop projectile vomiting. Came back to the ER, full jaundice, like my liver was shutting down. I wasn't sure if I was having an allergic reaction to it as not. Full hives across my body. I got transferred to another hospital, and I spent like three days to like a week in the ER, basically letting my liver reset. No lawsuit, no nothing. Yeah, life's rough sometimes, man. All right, enough crazy stories. So yeah, I learned a long time ago you kind of have to take your health into your own hands. And then of course I had a heat stroke not too long after that as well, and of course my health continued to deteriorate for a long time. And run going up the middle, and Herbert drops it. But Herbert's going to get it, and that's definitely going to hurt the playing time for Herbert as he's already checking out of the game. Here comes Chase Brown. Oh, my God. Yeah. Take ownership of your own health. That's all I have to say. Like, oh. Yeah, that was the first time I got in trouble at work. I'll tell another story about that actually afterwards. Burrow and pressured. Oh, he escapes the sack somehow and overthrows Jamar Chase. 3rd and 11. Yeah, so when I came back from that whole incident back to work, I was working at Delta Airlines. My boss called a meeting, and my boss was like, "Hey, and I genuinely thought my boss was calling a meeting to be like, we're welcoming back Levi. He almost died in the hospital. Welcome back." No, it was the meeting about our company due to basically the kiosk and expanding and, slowly getting rid of customer service. That they were cutting like 20 plus part-time positions like 20 full-time positions and like 10 part-time position or no, expanding part-time and then creating ready reserve as well. Like they slashed our hours and personnel, like full-time personnel, by more than 50%. Like it was absolutely wild. So I found out like the day I came back from work and almost dying that I was going to be moved to ready reserve, even though I'd been there for a year and was one of the best workers just based upon my seniority because I was a newer guy compared to the people that had been there for a few years. And that basically my job was on the line all the time. And if I didn't take a call in twice, I was fired. Life's hard. Life's hard sometimes. And fair catch here from the 15-yard line. Like I used to have a pretty big red Silverado truck. I loved my truck. I was the first truck I had really bought and was financing myself and making my payments, and I was so proud. And of course, like I did so much work to the truck because it was going to be my truck for the next like 15 years, probably 10 years. And I snapped my leg playing football after I came back from Ohio and was working for the airlines. I was working for Delta with a new subcontractor that had taken over, so I was allowed to work back for them again. Because once I took the promotion with the old company, I couldn't come back to hourly. Once you go salary, you can't go back usually. But since it was a new subcontractor, it was a weird exception essentially. And then I was also working at a private helicopter touring company, basically like loading people onto helicopters and doing safety briefings, and like walking them out to the pads or taking them out on the go-karts and explaining what was going on and stuff and getting them all buckled in safely. Yep, snapped my leg and I had to go surrender my truck to the bank. There was a period, guys, like for 5 years, your boy was in a super dark place. Super dark, like. And then, man, I'll never forget when I broke my leg, I was laid up for like 6 months. I essentially snapped my femur in half, about 4 to 6 inches above my ankle. So where your femur, I'm sorry, not your femur. The fibula. So the back part of your shin, where it wraps around and connects to the outside of your ankle, about 4 to 6 inches up, almost severed it completely in half. And I was laid up for about 6 months. I was extremely lucky to avoid surgery. Potentially might have torn the ligament on the inside of the ankle as well, but I'll be honest, I didn't really have the money for the MRI. And I was like, well, if it did tear, well, I was like, what do I have to do? They're like, you do this basically in rehab. And I was like, cool. I'll do that at home. I bought like the little exercise bands and I did my own physical therapy at home, which is also why my left leg is still so weak. Yeah, rough times. But the 6 months I was laid up, almost none of my friends came to see me. I think 2 people came to see me the entire time. And that was the lesson. I was like, yo, fuck everyone that I knew from my old life. I was like, most of y'all, like, we can still talk. We can be cool. We can go drink. We can have fun. But if it came to the end of the day, I know where to draw the line in our personal lives. Don't jump miles for your friends that wouldn't jump a foot for you. That's good life advice right there. 1st and 15. Little play action setting up a screen left, and blown up on the play. And the Ravens are going to lose yardage here. And I'm sorry, guys. I went too dark for a minute. I'm just, like I said, I'm in pain. I'm trying to get through this. And, Bateman missed a block on the screen there. Bateman just missed it. Cam Taylor-Britt too fast. 2nd and 20 now. Ball on the 5-yard line here. Maybe like the 4. 180s. Handoff going left. Henry on the outside run. And good hit here. And maybe a yard on the play. I destroyed my wrist when I was 22. It took 2 years. Oh, dude, wrists are hard because wrists are actually a ton of very small bones put together. And until probably like the past 5 to 10 years of knowledge, like 10 years ago, man, the understanding of how they put together and work collectively was really a crap shot. So like probably when you had wrist surgery, David McNiner, it was like probably a 50-50 ball, to be honest with you. At best. Empty set here. 3rd and 15. And setting up a screen right to Zay. Zay should have cut outside. He cuts inside and gains some yards. Ball at the 20-yard line, but going to be short. Jordan Stout probably heading out here. Yep, and David McNiner, yeah, mine, I understand, dude. That workplace injury. What's crazy about mine is like it was all got so fucked up. And it was all small town bullshit. They didn't even, they missed the paying for the ambulance bill. I didn't even know about it till I was a manager in Arkansas, and I got a bill from Horry County Fire and Rescue that basically said I owed them money for an ambulance ride from Jet Airport Road to the hospital for that injury. And I called them. I talked to them. I ended up submitting all the workman's comp. Basically, what happened is the state ended up taking my money, my state income tax return money, which then Horry County said I had to basically take it up with the state. And I submitted paperwork to both parties, went through it. And of course, as you know, with taxes, especially on the small local level, I got no answers from anybody, nothing. And, no one cared. And it's just one of those ones. I'm like, and just no lawyer ever gave 2 shits about it. I got released from the hospital from my heat stroke with a broken knee. I had to go back to another medical facility the next day to get x-rays to show that I'd also shattered my kneecap on a belt loader. But, 1st and 10. Ball here on the 30-yard line. Handoff going right. And Chase Brown, maybe a gain of 3 on the play for 9:05 here on the clock. Joe Burrow, of course, 102 yards on the day. Chase Brown, 6 carries for 22 yards. Chase Brown, actually, yards after contact, 3.94 yards. Not too bad, man. Yeah, y'all, like I said, y'all got no clue, man. I could write. I joke with a girlfriend, one day I'm going to write an autobiography. But at the same time, I lack the ability to write, so I have to have text to talk. I have to be able to just talk in a mic and have it write down stuff. And Kyle Hamilton blows up the screenplay going left for the Bengals. Hamilton just so good at doing that. He looked like he was coming on the cornerback blitz. Screenplay was going that way. Jumps up, bats it down. Great play. 6'4" safety. Yep, and just easy. Wish he could have batted that back towards the goal line so he could have intercepted it. But no matter what, you're happy he gets a hand on the ball. He's 6'4". He didn't even have to jump to get a hand on that ball. He just gets his hand up. 3rd and 7. Burrow making an adjustment here at the line. Ravens show pressure. Back out of it. Burrow climbs the pocket. Got a good one. He's going to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short here. And they're on their own 40-yard line, so 60 yards to go, but inches here. Let's see if they go for it. David, Levi needs a subscriber or Devo costume. I know, right? For those that don't know, I'm at 666 subscribers. Don't let Streamlabs' bad subscriber follow goal at the top of the channel fool you. If you love Jesus, give us a follow. And here we go, 4th and inches. Are they just going to hard count here? They're going for it. Little bit of a tight end QB sneak here. And Tanner Hudson motioned and then got the snap. And they're saying he's got it. Let's see if he does. Yeah, what's funny is, Kenny, I've always had the problem my entire life. Like when I was little, my mind works faster than my hands keep up. My mouth can barely keep up. So like when I was younger, I would get stuck writing the same word like 3 times in a row on paper because in my brain, I'm like a paragraph ahead. And I'm trying to, of course, keep my train of thought while writing, and it just wouldn't ever work out. And I actually took some neural tests later on in life, and in the speed category, my baseline test tested in like the top 2% of like one of the largest neural like testing sites I think that's ever been. It's frustrating, and it's definitely like, you want to talk about ADHD and ADD, but the 2nd and 15 here, 6:25 left. Ball on the 35-yard line of the Bengals. Long field to go here. Pass going right, and dropped on the play. And that's Tanner Hudson, the tight end, the guy that just had the QB sneak. They give him a chance to make a catch, and he just absolutely disappoints. Easy. That's what, as Julian Edelman likes to joke about Bill Belichick. Damn it, Edelman. There's players down at Foxborough High School that could have made that catch. Come on, Edelman. Foxborough High School. 3rd and 15. Ravens, look at this, how far they are back in coverage right here. Only bring 4. Burrow with time. And he's going to run for it and tackled on the edge. Might have been Beak. Yep, Namde there with the tackle. And that's going to be the punt team coming out for Cincinnati. Ravens might have a chance to get good field position here with a good return. And there's Travis Jones absolutely pushing that pocket back. Kyle Van Noy also with a good... I swear, it's like Kyle Van Noy heard me talking smack and was like, what'd you say, bro? For those that don't know, Kyle Van Noy is actually like one of my inspirations for getting back in the gym. Me and Kyle Van Noy almost have all the exact same measurables. He's an inch taller than me. Game size, like, and as I'm starting to put weight back on, me and Kyle Van Noy are the same weight. Our arm length measurements, identical. Our hand length, I might actually have him on hand size by a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, and of course, Kyle Van Noy was almost like at home on the couch in a sense. Ravens brought him in last year, and he really saved our pass rush. Definitely earned the extension that he got. And it was one of those ones, I was like, God dang it, man. And we're like the same age. I was like, if KVN can do it, the deep down fantasy deep part of my brain was like, you know what? You can get back into that type of shape. You can maintain yourself, like, and it's going to be good for your health. And I am getting there. I joked about it on the show last night. I have yesterday I hit a new personal best on my bench. I'm up 30 pounds on my my rep weight on the bench. So Kenny says I may retire if I hit 666. You know, I'm gonna be honest. The road to 1K has been rough. The road to 500 went. It was crazy, man. I was about to give up on streaming, and Grossi rated me. And then I was like, you know, let's put the effort into this. And I got to 500, and I monetized the channel, and I was so happy. And then, you know, we definitely been struggling since. And then this year, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've added, I think, like 20 to 40 subscribers already this season, which is not a bad, honestly, not a bad growth pattern, especially considering I haven't been doing my Commissioner of the North content. I never got my Around the Bay series started this season like I wanted to. And that's 2 days of content right there. And then on top of that, I'm not succeeding on the short algorithm like I should. Should be doing way more short content. But like I said, it's hard sometimes, man. And just the medical issues sometimes take their toll, and yeah. But I feel you, Kitty. My brain is straight hyperspeed. Hyperspeed. What is he doing? Juwan Ansey is a guy that does, he scrubs balls. He's a fire chief in Baltimore. He's part of the equipment staff for Baltimore, and he's the only guy that gets the balls ready for Justin Tucker. That's wild. Absolutely wild. 5:30 and ticking. Handoff going left. That's Henry, and nowhere on the play. Maybe a gain of 1. 5:25 and ticking. Oh. Chase Brown definitely running. He's had more runs outside than inside, and he's doing really well. Derrick Henry, 4 outside runs, 1 inside run so far. I love that they have these next-gen stats, but God, oh my God, looking over there. And that's Kolar with the catch. Of course, no Isaiah Likely tonight for the Ravens. The CC Yum CC Yum. We had a food truck outside named Viet Yum earlier. The CCU alum, the Shauna Clear, not active today. I have a deep down feeling, guys, after halftime, I'm going to cut the stream. Like, I feel like I'm deteriorating. 3rd and 5. Lamar all day going deep down the left sideline. And Zay and Mark Andrews in the same space, who was definitely seemed like somebody ran the wrong route. I think Mark Andrews was not supposed to come upfield. Let's see here. Let's watch the route combo here. So Zay and Mark on the left side. This is just, is that a, like Mark basically runs out and up, and Zay runs like a, I don't know, like a slow go or like, I don't know. Both 2 Ravens in the same. That's bad look. And that's the thing, Kenny. I've actually been working super. Kenny says you got to get some electrolytes in you. That's the thing, man. I've always had a high salt diet, but I've been drinking some Gatorades. I've increased my water intake the past few days. I liked whenever a few while ago, our local Sprouts was having a sale on a bunch of fresh fruit because it's Florida. It was harvest season. So I bought a bunch of fresh fruit. And like people understand, I bought a bunch of fresh fruit, froze it, and I was able to make 64 servings of smoothies. So 32 pouches that make 2 serving sizes, one for me and the one girlfriend, out of nothing but a bunch of actual like real fresh fruit that I cleaned, froze, and then I basically divvied up into like my own Ziplocs, vacuum sealed using like a water method. And then, and Lamar Jackson's heading to the locker room. Oh no. Oh no. Looked like he was running fine, but Lamar's going to the locker room. That's not what you like to see. Is Lamar got to go. For those that don't know, sign language. 2nd and 10. Play action. Burrow. Climb in the pocket. Gets the throw off. And what a throw as he gets hit. First down catch by Gesicki. 3:18 and ticking. And Lamar coming back out. So that was weird. Why did he go under real quick? Did he have to adjust the jock strap, the cup a little bit? And they were like, let's just go around down the tunnel real quick. Who knows? Ooh, what a throw, man. 12 of 23 for 110 yards today. Strong left here from the Bengals. They're going to run right. Brown cuts back inside off right guard and down at the 45-yard line, it looks like. And again, the real story is that the poor Bengals fans, they had such a bright potential this year, and then the offensive line injuries have absolutely derailed their what they thought the season was going to be. Yeah, you're not wrong, Kenny. Actually, we have struggled with that down here in Florida. That is actually a legitimate problem. We are having a huge problem, not only in that industry, but in several other industries. Also, I'll give you something here. Oh, hurdle! And that's Tanner Hudson with the first down. For those that don't know, the Florida orange tree is dying. There is currently a virus bacterium. I don't know the name, but again, Google it. That it is Florida citrus production has reduced by over 40% because it slowly kills the tree. It reduces the fruit production and then the tree dies. And of course, these trees don't grow overnight, man. These trees take sometimes years to grow. And the virus or bacterium is overtaking the growth rate. So much so that locally, our local Florida citrus association that partnered with all the farms and all this stuff actually shut down because they predict within the next 10 years or so, all of the Florida citrus trees will be dead. We have no known cure to this, and we have made no progress on it. It's an invasive thing that came into our country, and now we're fucked. So, yeah. Now you know. Now you know. Fun fact, I've lived in a lot of places here in the world, in the country. I live here in Florida now. There is so much water in Florida, of course. We live 20 minutes from the ocean. There's so much water here in Florida, but I have never paid for more for water in my entire life in any state than I have here in Florida, as well as had such bad water services where we constantly have water breaks. We're constantly under boil water notices. You can ask Joe Stevens. Joe Stevens, I think, had a cousin die here in Florida from a brain-eating amoeba. Rest in peace. Our water is constantly contaminated. It's dirty. It's disgusting. But that's not what they want to tell you. That's not what you'll ever hear. They want you to move here and pay taxes and vote. Oh my God. Florida is a nightmare. That's kind of cool. So they're going to talk about Burrow's pocket movement, Burrow's struggles, and then Witt's going to talk about the Ravens play action plays. That's some good topics that they've got coming up here. 2-minute drill here from the Bengals. Ball on the 49-yard line, 49.5 of the Ravens. So 49 yards to go here for the Bengals. Little play action. Burrow over the middle. Got a man. And that's Jamar Chase for a first down. And just getting that ball down in between. God, man, I haven't had like much reason to even use my gifts today. I'm so sorry, guys, that my energy is super low tonight. I apologize again. I'm dealing with some neck problems. Something just popped in my neck at the base of my neck right there. And Jamar Chase. Oh no, is that so? We got a Raven down here. Oh no, someone is down on a non-contact injury. Oh no, is that Kyle Hamilton? And yeah, Kyle Hamilton banging his head on the ground. That is not a good scene for the Ravens. Let's watch the play here. And he's gonna. He plants that right foot. I think that's an Achilles. It's an ankle, foot, or Achilles injury for sure. But either way, Hamilton plants his right foot while trying to drop in coverage, and he's hobbling off the field right now. That's heartbreaking, man. That is a Pro Bowl, possibly number one strong safety in the league. Like Lamar apparently is okay. He came back out of the locker room, but Kyle Hamilton went down on a non-contact injury, hobbling off the field, right leg. I didn't see movement in the Achilles, but just the way he planted the foot, I felt like it could have been Achilles. Could be a knee though. I'm trying to think of how he was dropping on that play, planting that right foot back. It could be LCL, which is their lateral collateral. Oh my God. I can't even. Lateral. I can't even remember my C word ligament. But basically, it's you have ACL, PCL, LCL, MCL in your league. L is for lateral, M is for medial. Oh no, I'm sorry. It probably says MCL. Collateral. Yeah, medial collateral ligament is what it stands for. MCL, medial, meaning midline, meaning on the interior, so like closer to your hoo-ha. Lateral, meaning outside, like you lateral football outside. That is the one on the outside of your knee. Anterior ACL, front of the knee. You then have PCL, posterior cruciate ligament, which is in the back of the knee. And then you also have things like your patella tendon. A ligament attaches, tendon is bone to muscle, while ligament is muscle to muscle or something like that. I can't even remember. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Kyle Hamilton, at least he is walking now, not hopping, so. Might be his foot. Yeah, his foot kind of weirdly twists. $109. Ravens going to be charged a timeout because it is in the final 2 minutes. So Ravens have no timeouts left in the game. 109. Ball on the 19-yard line. And that looked like a flag on the Ravens. He's going to heave it up right side. Incomplete, but I think this is going to be offsides on the defense. Oh, no. Yeah, Derrick Henry, 5 outside runs, 1 inside run. And therein lies the problem with the Ravens defense. I talked about it on Wednesday a little bit. The outside runs is what we've been doing. It's clear the past 2 games that teams have wised up and figured out how to stop it. And Ravens have to make an adjustment. This pass going left. Oh, would have been picked by Brandon Stevens, but he's going to be out of bounds. No way he was in bounds, though. I'm going to be honest. There's like no way. Twin stack formation left. Burrow. Did he get the second foot down? Let's watch here one more time. And of course, they're reviewing it as alter. Oh, I think he did get that second foot down, actually. Right foot, right knee, and left foot. Yeah, he's down. That's an interception by Brandon Stevens. Congratulations to Brandon Stevens. Pusha, he went to the locker room, but I believe he came back out, so I think he's fine. But Kyle Hamilton did injure his right foot on a play a minute ago. That is a good interception by Brandon Stevens. Good job, my man. I have never once wavered in my belief in Brandon Stevens. I'm going to be right back, guys. Give me one moment. I apologize. Oh, they said no interception? What? Dang. 2nd and 5. That's rough, my man. That's so rough. Burrow climbs the pocket, sacked on the play. Mata BK gonna get there. Good to see him getting some. Man. Oh, I'm not glad I went and got some snacks, some whales. It's almost like Namdi saw the people talking about how he's got to step up, and he's been huge tonight. Ravens defense, 13 straight regular season game with 2+ sacks, longest active streak in the NFL. That's pretty cool, actually. Nuts. Sorry, couldn't help myself. 3rd and 5, 44 seconds left. Ball on the 14.5-yard line. Oh, I need to take more painkillers. Trips right. Burrow looking left. Got him, man. That's Chase, I believe. No, it's not Chase. Tanner Hudson, the tight end, with a huge catch. No, it was Burton. I'm sorry. God, I swear they said Tanner Hudson. It was Jermaine Burton, the former Alabama wide receiver, 2nd-round pick. And that's just a little slant route, man. Just a quick little slant. Marcus Williams, Brandon Stevens there, and Burrow now up to 158 yards on the day. Averaging time to throw 3.21 seconds. Lamar Jackson's 2.45. So Burrow almost having 0.6 more seconds every time he throws. Burrow buying time, got a man on the right sideline. Threading the needle to Tanner Hudson. And barring the PAT, the Bengals will take a 7-point lead with 30 seconds left in the first half. Ravens have no timeout, so this is going to be a rough 30 seconds. And yeah, kidding. I found a few, like I said, I found a few places online that I feel like we could do poker night. And like I said, I talked about that one Jackbox night to pair with potentially like doing a poker night. I might like go get a list or something like that of like would you rather style questions, just like those conversation starter style questions essentially to make for good content, fun stuff, you know, and keep it lighthearted and fun. I apologize. These whales are so damn good right now. I know I shouldn't sit here in silence. Oh my god. The amount of Crown Royal I've drinking to try to just not feel my neck at this point. Not what I like. I think we have an update on Kyle Hamilton. They're looking at his ankle, apparently. So, X-ray. I think the X-rays were negative. That's a good sign. Questionable to return. 30 seconds as Lamar Jackson gets started here. Little hard count by Lamar. Bengals fake a blitz. Lamar, good pocket. Got a man. Mark Andrews on the right sideline, but it's like 4-yard gain. I hope you're right, Kenny. Long one to Zay, man. I hope so, man. We need it. We really need it right now. And Lamar pump fake, go over the middle, and probably should have gone to the first throw. Looking for Nelson Aguilar on the second one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And with that, Lamar Jackson's time to throw just dropped now. 2.5 seconds for Lamar, 3.22 for Joe Burrow. Definitely very interesting. What's the time of possession? That's the real stat I'd love to know right now. Here we go. Twin stack formation. Zay motioning from right to left, so triple stack left. Lamar buying time, rolling out left, find Mark Andrews, and he's lost his linebacker coverage. First down for the Ravens, but we've got a flag on this play. Generally, when you roll out like that, it's going to be holding. Let's see if it is. Holding. Oh, on the defense. Let's go. Penalty is declined. They'll take the 14 yards. No matter what, first down. And like the announcers are saying, how much do the Ravens really wish they had those 2 timeouts that they had to burn at the beginning of this game? Lamar, he's got Deontay Johnson, but he's tackled inbounds. Clock is still going. Ravens have to clock it here, and there's not going to be enough time. And with that, that is officially the end of the half. Mike Hilton, the Cincinnati Bengals defender who made the play there to tackle Deontay Johnson. And Zay Flowers has to throw a block there for Deontay, man. You got to block for him so your guy can get out of bounds. And like they're saying, Bengals have absolutely dominated the time of possession right now. Lamar has barely even had a chance to get on the field. And it's definitely shown it's a 2-1. They have doubled the amount of time of possession of us right now. Like, I'm not being negative, Kenny. I'm just making fair observations. It's like Zach Taylor said right there. It's going to be a long game. And as Ray Lewis once infamously said himself, like I said earlier on this stream, buckle up and put a smile on. It's a 60-minute ball game. It ain't over till it's over. You know what I'm saying? We got a saying down here in the South. Let me teach you. These may be new boots, but this ain't my first rodeo. You feel me, cuz? And that's a good way of saying, I know we look good. I know this might be some new uniforms. I know, you've seen us, but don't let the new look fool you. We've been here. We done this. Hopefully. Let's keep it real. Oh my God. Oh, so exhausted. Tonight's going to be one of those nights where I'm going to be like sleep just on my back, not move, lock in my neck, and just. Oh my gosh. I wonder if those are all copyrighted. I showed my girlfriend a video the other day. It was just a bunch of stuff from the 90s and like the most viral commercials. Freecreditreport.com, baby. Saw their ad on my TV. Thought about going, but was too lazy. Now instead of looking cool and rolling fat, my skin sticking to the vinyl and my posse's getting laughed at. FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby. Saw their ad on my TV. Sorry. Get lost in it. Get lost in the old commercials. Aleve is good, Kenny. Honestly, my preferred go-to has always been Excedrin. I like the mix of Excedrin and then the little bit of caffeine. Really, like when you take ibuprofen, stuff like that. Acetaminophen is helps expedite the delivery of it. So acetaminophen with caffeine really gives you an accelerated delivery of the the over-the-counter painkiller. Let's hear what Ryan Fitzpatrick has to say on this. And I agreed with what Ryan Fitzpatrick was saying. We mentioned it earlier. There was a time he started climbing the pocket with pressure coming from the right side. But Amarius Mims was mirroring Kyle Van Noy really well on that play. He didn't need to climb. He could have just had faith that Mims was going to anchor and make that throw. But he ran out of that pocket quick. But Joe Burrow is looking good moving around the pocket right now. His ability to climb the pocket has never looked better. You have to keep interior pass rush because you can see he climbs the pocket and delivers good balls. And like right here, they're showing he climbs the pocket vertically and then just finds a guy who's sitting down in that coverage. Jamar was running his route, saw the zone, saw the pressure on his quarterback, just turned around and sat down in that zone. And that's what's killing the Ravens right now, man. Like killing us. They both, I mean, God, like we have brought no blitzes if I just saw that next gen stat correctly. Please bring up that stat again, next gen stats. Oh my God. Chase Brown inside the tackles, 5 attempts for 10 yards, outside 4 for 19. Derrick Henry, 1 attempt inside the tackles, 5 attempt outside tackles. Gee, where's Derrick going to run? Like, come on, guys. Come on. It becomes too obvious where you're going to go with the runs. Like, because the interior of the offensive line is struggling that hard at blocking. I really wish they'd bring up the blitz stat, though. I feel like the Ravens have brought no blitzes at all. And I feel like it's just, if they brought one, just bring 5. Just bring 1, man. Speed up. Joe Burrow is buying too much time. You've either got to have better integrity of your lanes or just like, I don't know, man. Someone raise your hand and say, I'm the guy. Everyone play around where I'm going to make this guy go. Think about where, so like, if he's going to climb, like, I don't know. It's so frustrating to slightly watch. And like they're saying, lowest point total for the Ravens in the first half this entire season. Honestly, I was just sitting here thinking too. I'm like, man, I feel bad. This shirt, my girlfriend bought me this shirt 2 years ago, and it's extra large. And because I've been starting to like put on size again and work out, I'm almost like too big for this shirt now. Like, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Bicep looks good like that. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I mean, it looks decent. About as big as my head. Getting there. Getting there. Kenny, he's only had 6, and Kenny's saying only 6 carries for Derrick Henry in the first half. Just the Ravens haven't even had the ball much. Mm. Thank you, Ryan Fitzpatrick, for being the voice of reason. Like Ryan Fitzpatrick just said, stay the course. Don't get freaked out. You haven't had a lot of, attempts on offense. Don't worry. Don't freak out. Don't get like pass happy. Stay the course. Great advice from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Love the advice, honestly. And Chase Rice, platinum certified recording artist, playing here at halftime at M&T Bank Stadium. That'd be pretty cool. I think I might have missed Gabriel Iglesias coming to the Hertz Arena. That or he's coming soon. I might ask the girlfriend if she wants to go get tickets to Off the Hook Comedy to go see that one guy I know that does the table. Why is this? And the amount of like commercials I've seen about these like medicines and stuff like that. Otezla, plaque psoriasis. Sentinel says, "Stay the course." Is that the Mandela effect, or did W. Bush really preach that? You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, ha 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 ha. I'm gonna drop a mob on you. Oh. The thing is this. During the last administration, there was one appointment I really liked, and that was General Mad Dog Mattis, man. The Department of Defense. And yeah, that's all I'll say. I had faith in Mad Dog, and there's a reason why he left, and there's a reason he said the things and signed the things that he signed. He's one of the most honorable men you'll probably ever meet in your life. Marines loved him. If you touch a Marine, Mad Dog will bomb you into the Stone Age. And that's why his Marines love him so much. I really respected him. And I still do, actually. Too much CTE over there. What about me? No guardrails. Like I said, I grew up prepping for the military. Like when normal kids were like, hanging out on the weekends, skating. I don't know what the fuck you did on weekends. I was going and learning how to set claymore mines with the National Guard because I was driving my senior friends to their drill meets because they had already enrolled in the National Guard. And because I lived that lifestyle and grew up that way in high school, I have a lot of friends that went into almost. I have friends in or were in every single branch of the military. Including my and that's I literally during the last administration, I asked my friend who was a Marine. I said, "Hey, I really don't know. How do you feel about the appointment of him?" And my friend, who is probably the most left-minded Marine you'll ever meet in your life, was like, "I love this pick, dude. I love," and he's how I learned everything about General Mad Dog, or General Mathis, I should say. I just call him Mad Dog. Dropped the first mob in how many years? Yeah, as they're saying, Ravens have 102 yards, period. Oh, Kenny, don't even joke about that, man. I literally tweeted at Elon Musk at one point. I said, "How much, dude? How much did you sell out for? Like, what cabinet position did Trump offer you that you sold out for, basically?" But it's not a cabinet position as much as probably like a tax break and everything that works in his favor. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna straight die. First and 10, 21 personnel here for the Ravens. Play action. Lamar, under pressure, has to run for it and slides. Going to be a gain of what looks like 5 on the play. Oh, yeah, Kenny, don't get me started on the anti-vaxxer running the health department. Wait till Trump appoints the lady who raves about space Jew lasers to foreign like relations. Oh my god. Swarms. And again, it could be good. You never know. You never know that until you actually see results. I don't really want to speak on anything. I let actions speak louder than words, and right now there hasn't been time for too much action. But everything until action happens is nothing but speculation and possibly conspiracy. But like I said, you gotta wait till everything plays out. Like, just like with Elon, again, wait till things play out. You'll wait till things happen. Anything before that is purely speculation or conspiracy. You know, gotta wait and see. Gotta wait and see. There's no reason in panicking over things that haven't happened yet. Oh, and Deontay Johnson just falls down. That's unfortunate. Turf monster got him. That would be hilarious. Elon appointed as like commander of Space Force. That would be absolutely fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I feel like I can feel a ligament or tendon pulling on everything in my neck. And we've got a flag. Lamar got a man underneath. And that's Mitchell. Or I'm sorry, Tyler Wallace. My apologies. 13:35 left here in the fourth quarter or third quarter. Let's see what the flag is. That's an illegal formation on the Ravens. Kenny says Johnson is stealing Zay receptions. Yes and no. And they decline. Fourth down. Ravens now in another basically 3 and out. Not been able to get anything going. They can't run inside. That's our problem. NFL announcers, if you could ever hear me and take a point from me, it's because the Ravens have no ability to run inside. None. Oh yeah, and the Supreme Court. And I'm just hoping, and after 4 years, we don't hear these words come out of his mouth. Well, I think term limits for presidents are stupid. I think I should serve another term. Oh, and I have a gut feeling it's gonna happen, and the Supreme Court's just gonna, and then yeah. And again, I have a lot of friends in the military. Our situation overseas was not in a good place last time. we had never had so much damage to our ally relations and trust. Honestly, the attack by Hamas is related to that. And Jamar Chase with a big catch, and he's off to the races, and he's gone. And just like that, the Bengals strike on, what is that, one play? And barn the PAT. I know, Kenny, I know. We have a guy in presidency that made comments about, didn't he make comments like about he wanted his generals more like Hitler's generals, guys that would just do anything he says no matter what? Didn't he make those comments? I don't know. Maybe it's just overhyped by the media. But no one wanted to talk about that. No one wants to talk about there's tapes of Epstein talking about his relation with Trump, and we've got records of that and now books about it. Yeah, no one cares. Just no one cares. Epstein didn't kill himself. When did that happen? Who was the president when that happened? I'm just curious. Why isn't it talked about? Why was there never an investigation? Why aren't there lawsuits? What happened to Giselle? Didn't R. Kelly get a bigger sentence than Ghislaine Maxwell? I made a joke about that. I was like, wow. Who knew? Who knew? Yeah, the joke, Kenny, is he's on a mic one point. He's like, "Yeah, I'm only gonna be a dictator for like the first day." He's like, "But after that, I'm not gonna be one anymore." Like that's a verbatim quote from him on Fox News. Like, oh, who knows, man? Like I said, who knows? Who knows? It's you know how it goes. Here's the real thing. Here's the extremely thing that Wall Street Journal did the article about, I think, or someone did. It sets a dangerous precedent for the future of politics in America. It no longer matters about facts. It no longer matters about policy. None of that matters. You can lie. They're eating the cat. You can lie about anything you want to, not be fact checked, spread any conspiracy theory you want, promote the FBI had to actually address that Elon Musk and bots on Twitter were circulating fake images with FBI logos on them in a clear disinformation attempt that was obviously targeted to try to get Trump elected. Which I joked, I was like, when is Elon Musk going to have to go to Senate and answer to this? And basically like, hey, why were you helping Russian fucking bots on your site promote misinformation? Like, he literally was tweeting this shit from some of those accounts several times. Like, it's so fucking wild. So again, it sets a dangerous precedent that fiction, you could just create fiction. It doesn't matter what you say. You can run the most vile attack ads, make up shit, clip edit, like capture shit. And that's that. And again, you have nothing to lose by doing it. But as we just saw, you have everything to gain. You either lose and nobody fucking cares and you can do it again, or you win and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's absolutely wild, man. And I'm sorry, we're finally back to football here. I think my girlfriend's home too, so I'm probably yep. Oh, Keaton Mitchell is going to return this, and that might be a bad decision, and it is. He's going to lose a few yards and take a huge shot. And exactly, we have to accept it. Whatever. You know what's a funny thing, too, is, Kenny, no matter what, this was the result. A lot of people don't know this. Before the election had even concluded, there were more than 100 election lawsuits across the country. Overwhelming majority of them coming from the Republican or the RNC. More than likely, majority of these resulting in voter purges across. I'm going to guess the historic low turnout on the left side was due to voter purge. which is a tactic we've seen in the South many times. It literally, it's what it, I mean, that goes all the way back to Bush v. Gore here in Florida and voter purges and hiring outside companies that do purges that are then legally challenged in courts where the voter purges are deemed illegal or were illegal, but due to the legal process and how long it takes to pan out, it was too late to overturn anything. So, And like Pusha says, our pasties sucks, but we still go in. I hope so, man. I hope so. And run up the middle going nowhere. As I continue to say, the Ravens have no ability to run upside. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go. I heard my girlfriend come home, so I'm just gonna go say hi to her, and And again, what is this push, bro? Go get somebody, Falele. Excuse me for a second. I'm going to cuss. So if you're underage, please cover your ears. Put your fucking hands on somebody, bro. Stop standing there. Your help's not needed at that block anymore. Go get somebody. I want to see you maul somebody. And Jackson, escapes a sack, gets the ball off, and Bateman with a good catch for a first down. And I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. All right, sorry guys. I was just talking to the girlfriend a little bit. Honestly, probably gonna hop off here in just like 5-10 minutes and probably go get some dinner with her. Have her drive me somewhere since I've been drinking. So I apologize to anyone that has been watching. It's and like David, man, the world what's done is done. World keeps spinning. We gotta keep trying, no matter what. We're all Americans at the end of the day. We've got to come together. I believe we have a lot more in common than we do apart. Hopefully, though, like I said, I'm going to keep calling here for just a little longer, and then I'm going to probably, like I said, go get dinner with her maybe. 3rd and 11, 10 minutes left here. Ravens on their own 42.5. Bengals changing their coverage. Lamar, deep drop under pressure, and gets the ball away, but I think he's going to lose yards on the play. So with 9:30, Ravens lose yards and punt teams. And Boo Birds are out in Baltimore right now. Yeah. 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 There's and the thing is this, for those that don't know, here on the channel, when we talk about football, we talk about this a lot. I will never complain about a problem unless I have a solution to propose that I've put some good thought into. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of solutions to a lot of these problems, but we're just nobody cares. People aren't looking out for the best interest. Money needs to get out. Like I tell people when Trump first said he was going to run, I was a little excited because he said, I'm going to get the money out of politics. And, same thing like Bernie Sanders was saying, I'm going to drain the swamp, get the money out of politics. And I was like, cool, that's where we got to start, man. And then Bernie laid out the plan, said he was going to do it. Of course, we know what happened to that. And of course, Trump said he was going to do it. And then we saw crazy abuse of super PAC money. And like all kinds of just absolute wild shit through the political financing and problems. So, it'd be like that. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see, right? But either way, the thing is this, every president gets blamed for the faults of their successor. They take credit for the success of their successor, and both sides spin it either way. It happens like that. I criticize both sides. Both sides deserve to be critiqued, and like I said, I find the fault with both sides, and generally I can find middle ground with people. Also, as someone growing up in the South that waited a lot of tables, you had to. When I waited tables at Cracker Barrel, guys, the server or the people at my table would ask you if you went to church, and if you said no, you got no tip. Now, ask me if not or not if that's very Christian, like a different day. But that's the reality of what happened. That's why I know Levi is a biblical name in one of the tribes of Israel, because I wanted to get paid and actually be able to afford life. And to get money from those people, you had to know them. Like I said, not very Christian-like, but, whatever. Canada, Dave McDaniel, Canada, that's bacon. Canada's got their own shit going on too, man. Fucking political assassinations. We are literally on the edge of World War III, and it's like related to that, but not. Like, anyway. And for those that don't know, let me give you here's a fun article I guarantee nobody saw before I get off of here. That I'll guarantee nobody fucking. You know what? Let me pull up the BBC article. Hold on. I'm going to pull up this article to show you, because I want to make sure I don't misquote anything. And this will be my final note to leave y'all on before I get off tonight and make you wonder about what's going to happen here in the U.S. in the near future. That's all I'm going to leave to you. That's all I'm going to say. Here we are. Mystery fires were Russian test runs to target cargo flights. A series of parcel fires targeting courier companies in Poland, Germany, and the UK were dry runs aimed at sabotaging flights to the US and Canada via Russian, according to Polish prosecutors. 4 people have been arrested across Europe by authorities involved in these incidents. Western security officials have now told U.S. media that they believe these fires, which happened in July, were part of an orchestrated campaign by Russian military intelligence agency, the GRU. Of course, Russia denies all knowing of these intelligence and these operations. But basically, the operations were dry runs because Russia is getting ready to do some type of terrorist-style attack on the U.S. Take that for what you want. You can go find that on bbc.com. The article is Mystery Fires Were Russian Test Runs to Target Cargo Flights to the U.S. It was written by the Europe digital editor Paul Kirby, BBC security correspondent Frank Gardner 2 days ago. And it comes after Germany's domestic intelligence report on the incident after a device in the Leipzig had ignited in a mid-air flight. So yeah, again, take it as you want it there. We'll see what the future holds. I hope all my friends in the aviation industry are safe. I swear to God, in my life, I've met Russian people that were agents before because there was some Russian mafia style shit going on, like them meeting in alleys and fucking like crazy blacked out cars picking them up. And, let's just say that. I'm just going to say that. Y'all don't know me. Just saying. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to get off and go get dinner with the girlfriend. I love y'all. I hope y'all all have a wonderful night. I love every single one of y'all for coming in and appreciate you for supporting me. I'm just having also neck pain and I need to get off. My neck is so messed up right now and I'm so close to getting